Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
Welcome to episode 111. Today we're in Goldfield. This is part 1, the rise of the desert empire. Goldfield sits in the high desert of central Nevada. Quiet now, but once this was the richest boomtown in the entire state. It all began in 1902 when prospector Harry Stimler and William Marsh struck gold in these hills. Within months, word spread like wildfire. By 1904, thousands of miners, gamblers, and entrepreneurs flooded in, and Goldfield transformed from the empty desert to the most important mining camp in Nevada. At its peak in 1906, Goldfield's population topped 20,000 people, larger than Reno at the time. Main Street blazed with electric lights. There were 5 banks, dozens of saloons, a stock exchange, and an opera house where the mining elite watched traveling performers. Goldfield wasn't a ramshackle camp. It was built to last. Solid brick buildings lined the streets. The Goldfield Hotel, Esmeralda County Courthouse, and a high school, all symbols of permanence. The hotel alone cost nearly $500,000 to build in 1907, unimaginable wealth for a town less than 5 years old. But prosperity came at a loss. The mines ran deep, over 1,000 feet below the ground, and danger was constant. Water was scarce, and the disputes over labor and wages often turned violent. In 1907, the industrial workers of the world led a major strike here, one of the earliest labor movements in the American West. Federal troops were even sent in to keep order. Still, Goldfield's gold was too rich to ignore. For a few short years, it became the heartbeat of Nevada's economy, pumping millions into the state treasury and drawing national attention. When you walk through the ruins today, it's hard to imagine the sound that once filled the air. The clatter of ore carts, the ring of hammers, the music spilling from saloon doors. This was a desert empire born overnight from ambition, sweat, and shimmering veins of gold.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.